Hey everybody, it is me, Only Small Bites, on the microphone, and today I am walking through the process and the beat that I made a while back, which is Lupe Fiasco's They.Ressurect.Over.New. So I thought I would do this instrumental breakdown in the description of the video, because there's a lot going on here, and unlike my Kanye ones, which I could also just go through real quick, this time there's just so much going on here that I decided to just break it down and do a video really going through and explaining all this stuff, because there's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of patterns, a lot of mishmash. It's kind of crazy. So on the top here you can see I have the actual song. So the way I do it is I cross-reference what I'm doing with what's going on in the actual song. So you can see here I have the real song here. Underneath here, this is where I have everything. So this is all the stuff that I'm making, this is all the stuff that I'm recreating, all my drum patterns, all the synths, all that stuff. So I guess to start, we'll start with the sample, because that's the most important part of the song. If we start here, dark matter with the sparks scattered, you can kind of hear it a little bit, the sample like in the back. So what I did was I took the opening part here of the song here. So this is how the song opens up. And you can hear it a little bit. So this opening part here, I got this plugin. Where is it? I got this plugin thing. It's called Mat2 Bus Control. It's absolutely free, and it allows you to flip the LNR, flip left, right, mono, and this thing here called diff. Now, what does diff do? You know that thing that happens when you put your phone or something into a speaker and you kind of have it out just a little bit, or you have it on the aux and like you have it out just a little bit where it's not fully out, and the sound kind of becomes like a washed out sort of like half instrumental, not really. That's what this does. So what I did was I took this, and this is the actual song. Now what this does is it does that little half phone out, half not thing. And when you click it, it takes away the drums and it just leaves the sample. So it sounds like this. Pretty cool. So with all that, we have EQ, we have sound goodizer, EQ again, then a focus, which is a mastering thing, then I add some reverb, and then I EQ'd it again. So what's with all the EQ? If I take away all this EQ, and I just leave, actually if I just take away everything, if I just take away all this stuff here, this is what it sounds like. Sounds whack. If I do the diff thing, it sounds like this. It's quiet, it's not as punchy. This doesn't sound like it. Especially when you have to add all the extra stuff in later, like the drums and the synth and everything like that. It just overtakes the sample. So this first EQ, took out some highs. Second EQ, took out some more highs. Because there's just some stuff that, some highs that really bleed in and make it sound not that great. Sound goodizer, I use C preset. Cool. Another EQ, taking away some of the lows. Focus, which kind of focuses on the top half of it, I guess. And then there's a reverb. That's reverb. And then there's one more EQ. Mainly because on the actual song, the highs aren't that prominent on the sample.
Dark matter with the sparks scattered up above. Velvet hands in the upper glove. Touch like
Lupe's voice has to come in and do Lupe. So to replicate that, you kind of just have to be taking out a couple highs every now and then. Cool. All right, now to the drums. So with the drums here, oh boy. Okay, so this is exactly why I said I wanted to make a separate video for this, because the drum patterns in the song are very sporadic. As you can see here, there's over 11 drum patterns. Things like there'll be like a snare here, or there'll be like a little hi-hat roll here. There'll be like something, like some sound effect here, just all over the place, and it's just not consistent all the way through. Cross-referencing with the song, like you can hear all this stuff. There's a couple of drum patterns here. There's one that repeats a little bit, which is pattern 7. What's cool about this song is that the producer, he put in this part here for the 4th loop. There's a reverse sound. And the way that I did it was I took the kick and I reversed it. And it gives it the reverse sound that you hear in the actual song. Very cool. So it's mainly just 1 and 7 that gets repeated. So that's what 1 sounds like, and 7 sounds like this. So there's no, there's a shaker here. It's kind of hard to hear it on the original, and I almost missed it. But in the diff, you can hear it. You can hear the little shaker that goes on there. And it's just stuff like that. Like you just add an extra like kick or something like that, and things like that. It's just all over the place. This one at the second, they add a clap. I'm like, okay, why am I doing all this stuff? But it's in the song, so yeah. 808s. We have some 808s here. 808 pattern is pretty simple. Just a 3. The real star of the show, in my opinion, is this here, which is the synth bass that's under the track. So it starts on the in the second part of the verse.
ruin us, God said. Drogas, too much pride, we electric slide. We should be closer, like soda. Not a chain, but a chola. I see the sun, then the clouds, and the vultures. Pay respects in my sensei sculpture.
Cool. So this bass is really intricate because it's 2 patterns. So there's one that sounds like this. I use Poison for the bass. Cool. And then the second one is this pattern here, which, if you listen, it sounds the same. Alright, cool. And then those 2 just get repeated for the whole song. And then the last part here that I should really talk about is this break for the hook.
Both old don't go, no time, proceed to the next level.
So the way that I did it was in the actual song at the end. Let me go to it. So after they do the Absol comes and he does his thing, the beat kind of fades out, but before it fades out, you hear this. which is the same thing as this. It's the same sound, but it sounds a little different. So what I did back there, it sounds a little bit faster. So what I did was I took a part of that and then I stretched it out to make it, you know, sound a little closer to it. I added a couple of things. I just added a, where is it? That's the bass. The bass added a distort and a EQ. But I added a, where are you? I added the delay here. And then I added this program called Panagamut. It just kind of makes it, gives it some more space to it. So that to give it its whole kind of robotic sound effect. And then this part here. Yeah, cool. I had my kick. The weights. The bass. This is taken directly from the song. I didn't even change anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Lupe Fiasco, They.Ressurect.Over.New. Highly recommend you listening to it if you haven't heard the full song already. Lupe has some really good lines in it. If you want to see the Kanye ones and everything, or anything like that, let me know. Oh, one last thing I totally forgot to mention. So this beat actually didn't start as a Lupe Fiasco remake. It actually started out as a Kid Cudi Maniac remake. So for the next one that I wanted to do after my Kanye ones, on the instrumental for The Glory, in the description I say that I'm slowly becoming a Kanye West remake channel, and I don't want to do that. So I'm like, okay, for the next song, I want to do a lesser known song and try to remake that. So I was pretty much set focus on Maniac because I really, really like Maniac. But slowly it became a lot harder to do. Mainly because I couldn't try and separate the sample, the part from the sample that they have. I couldn't remake it here. I didn't know how to do it. So then I thought about channels, left and right channels. Because some things are in the left channel and some things are in the right channel. And I figured that if I had a way to do that, then I would, make it a lot easier. That didn't happen. But so I got that's when I got this program. And it didn't work on it didn't work on Maniac, didn't work on Strangers, but it did work on They.Ressurect.Over.New. And I said, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. So that's basically how it all started. Started out as a Maniac. I really want to do Maniac. Maybe I'll get back to Maniac sometime. But Maniac is really difficult. So I'll hold off on it for now. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. Beat breakdown. It's the song. Thank you everybody for listening and watching. Anyways, alright, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks everyone. Take care.